Hi, Assalamu alaikum. Peace be unto you. I hope you're doing well. Today we are going to have a very insightful conversation. Yes, me and my friend. Okay, yeah. He's my friend and brother. We go way back. But he got himself into trouble and he was sentenced to 10 years imprisonment. And today I'm going to be hearing like exact story, like what really transpired and how he felt, how he coped, and how he's doing even after his sentence. I really hope you watch this video to the end because I know you're going to learn a thing or two from it, and I hope you do enjoy it. So, welcome to another video, guys. Today we are talking about life. Okay, we are looking at some of these uncertainties that lies ahead of us, like as we journey along the line, the things that happens and where it gets us to and what it makes us do, in attempt to live life, in attempt to feed, in attempt to live a comfortable life, in attempt to sometimes, make the people around us, like our parents, our friends, our brothers, feel good and help them in a way or another. So today I have a friend here who has been through hell and back, because like if you go to a certain part or like certain things in this life, and like it's just close to the experience you have in hell, according to what the Bible and the Quran tells us. Pardon me if you don't agree, but so I want him to share his story with us, and I know that there are a lot of things that we can learn from his story. Personally, I know the story, but I don't even know like the true, like the whole kind of story. Like we've not actually sat down to talk about this, and I think today is going to be like a very good time for me to hear exactly, like exactly what happened and how it went. Welcome to my channel, Jerry.
Thank you very much.
Please don't come and speak big English.
Oh, no, I beg you.
Pardon me.
Actually, today
But like a Saito.
Today I'm going to speak vernacular. Today I'm going to vernacular.
Okay, so tell us about yourself, your name and.
Yeah. The name is Ebenezer Jerry Boampong.
Okay.
Yeah, Ebenezer Jerry Boampong. Most people call me Jerry Blazer. Say JJ when I used to teach.
Yeah, man, I like calling.
And then what else? Owelewa is the spiritual name.
Oh, Owelewa, like
Owelewa. That's the name I want to come up with.
Okay.
When I finally come up with my music.
Okay.
The name will be Owelewa.
Okay.
It has so many meanings. When you ask me, but not now. I'll talk to you about it later.
You know,
so Jerry for short. Everybody knows Jerry. So this is me. I was born and bred at North Kanishi, just behind St. Teresa's. We used to call the place Buzanga Line. Well, I've changed it to Buze. Me and my friends. The place is called Buze now, not Buzanga Line. You are warned. I was born on the 10th of June, 1979, so you can guess my age.
Okay.
So I went to school. I started schooling from the same hood.
Yeah.
And then went to Awu School, Awudome 3GHS. And then SHS at
I'm seeing why you speak that good English, like
Awu School.
Charlie, if you go Awudome, like you'll be shocked. Everybody who's been to Awudome is a shark brain, like it or not. Like you can't be an Awu School alumni and be daft. Nah, it's
Charlie,
impossible.
Awu School 95. I salute you.
Me, I'm 2004. I was still 2004.
So you were there too.
Yes, I was still 2004. So
nice.
Oh, nice. Oh, it's a no vibe.
Papa.
Oh, I see. Let's go.
We are Awu School. So from Awu School to Teshi Presec. Presentation. And then from there I went to a catering school. So from catering school, teaching before I had my issue. And then
now to the issue, guys. Guys, trust me, you would want to watch this video till the very end. Like you don't want to miss a gist. Nah, you don't want to do that. So like just take and stay and enjoy this interview. Like it's not like an interview, like it's a conversation. Like it's not like you're just having a very cool chat. And before you had, what was the first, like what issue are you talking about? Like say me, I don't know. Like
okay. It's an encounter I had with the police. That ended me in jail.
What did you do to the police?
That's the question. This is the whole story. I used to have this friend at Tema. His name is Kenneth Opoku, and we were both instrumentalists in the church.
Okay.
Yeah, so when I moved from North Carolina, I go there and then we play.
Right.
But I got to a time things were very hard, very, very hard, actually, to survive. And then we're playing, but we're not getting anything. So he's the type now. And to be another adventure, but say, we are about movement in some power. So most of the time, I wouldn't want to be around him because his mind is like crime.
Okay.
So so I don't feel comfortable with him. Okay. Then I have to move down to North K. So there was a time he told me about a friend in Togo, or Adamfobi or Togo, Omoton cars.
Okay, that is what he said.
He said Omoton cars. In Tianka, if I know someone who buys cars and then sells, I think we could also be the middleman and then get something out small. And it was around 2007. At that time, Ghana was going to be 50 years. So we were planning for a show at London, Ramsey and I. Ramsey is a friend I grew up with at North Carolina.
Yeah, do you know Ramsey? The name sounds familiar, right? He was at Stars of the Future with Ifya Nocturna. And he was the second runner-up or something. You see that guy? That's the guy he's talking about.
He was the first runner-up.
First runner-up. Oh,
yes.
Okay. And Irene Logan was the winner.
Yes.
And Ifya is the second. Okay. All right, okay. So that's the Ramsey he's talking about. They are very good friends.
It's my bosom friend. We grew up like this. It's 10th May. Yes, he's 10th May and I'm 10th June. A month different.
Wow.
So in fact, okay, let me continue the story. So I contacted Ramsey because he's my friend, and I told him about this car from Togo. So he was like, "Oh yeah, I also know guys who buy cars, so it wouldn't be a problem if the car finally lands down." And
sure.
So okay, so we were waiting to hear from this Kenneth Opoku guy. So he finally called and said, "Oh, the car is ready." So in fact, we can come for it. Ramsey and I can come. But as then, Ramsey was having a show in Nigeria. So he had to rush and go. Oh, I think Project Fame. Yeah, Project Fame. It was Project Fame. So he rushed and went. And then I called him and spoke to him about the car. He said, okay, he can come. So I should go with them and then verify things for myself if indeed it's coming from Togo. So I went with them. And honestly, we didn't go to Togo. Where we went, I realized it was there I started suspecting a foul play. It was like, okay, we went to Afia Denyigba. That's the name. Afia Denyigba.
Where is it? In Ghana?
Oh, yes, Volta region.
I see.
Afia Denyigba. And it was a village. And I was expecting us to cross a barrier to Togo. Then I was like, this is Togo, we are bringing a car. But we didn't cross any barrier. We went to a house, a village, some place. I could see some trees like the way you can see trees here. And then they've used palm tree to cover one portion of the house. That it looks like a garage, but they used palm tree to cover the place. So I suspected that there was something there. And this thing too, it was the car they've taken, and yes, Togo. No, it was the car that was covered there, and the covering alone spoke to me. It gave me an impression that this thing has to. There's something fishy about it. I didn't. It's a boys. So I had to just manage myself and be with them as if I'm comfortable with them. They took the car. If I bring the car out, crap was a problem. Who's back here? Now balance.
Not even like Papa Bia.
Oh no, it's a new car, but the electricals no woman. They didn't know how to operate. There was one guy too who's a driver. The driver is not a call. The minute that guy, that guy know any difficult, and I make a GL, and I may read one or two things. I mean, okay, then that's how it's operated, and I with two cars. And to me, by now, and I was just saying in my mind that I have to let Ramsey know this.
So you drove the car from where you took
it
to Accra.
So when we got to Accra, I called Ramsey and then I let Ramsey know that way. So I think next 2-3 days he came down. Was
from Nigeria.
From Nigeria. Now on my
But Jerry, when you went and you saw all the palm fronds, like the suspicion and all those things around
I like this question.
Why didn't
something,
you like
something came up? Something came up. I was like, Ramsey, in police issues now, I have a little bit of experience. These people, if we go and report them, we are cool. So let's go and report them. Ramsey now say we can make fast and report them, and then we'll be. Ramsey said no. We are sounds why and first say into your answer. Now in Mguaseni so we should just once
and then finally came.
Oh Charlie, he was like, let's do and wash our hands. It's not it's not a job to be robbing and stealing cars and selling. So if we do this one and we are able to travel really, and as I then I done the best. Felix Bell, any other musicians are quite well. I said them will be almost sending a London HSA show. In the BBI set, it was left with some small money. Oh, it was small money and ticketing that we needed. That was why we were doing all this connection, Ramsey and I, to go to London and go and perform at Ghana at 50. So, in fact, when Ramsey came down, he was like, let's do everything quick. He called the buyers, and then one of them came, took the car. He was also driving around. He gave us days, maybe 2 days later, no, and Sana. So when the guys were calling, they were giving pressure. We saw the car. If we do the money here, what they will do to us. I told Ramsey, no, these people, they are not even intelligent criminals. So let's do and then get rid of this thing once and for all. Me say, Or when we got to Nsawam, I realized that these people, they are not even criminals. So you see real criminals, the people who use pens and paper to rob. Not these people. These are just petty thieves who are just trying to.
What, like, at what point were you guys caught? Like, when were you guys arrested by the police?
So this man, his name is Telfa. He took some big-bellied man, Telfa. He's a car dealer. Okay. So he took the car and was going around, and he was arrested. And a seminar man said car no saying Togo by a stolen into, and so he was a bit aware.
So at a point, the guy opened up to you that the car is like a stolen car.
Yes, we saw it, and then I confronted, and so they have to tell us the truth.
Okay.
I saw everything. There was certain keys or Barbie key, and then the house keys. So those things, when I saw, I said, no,
this is not.
This is the hand. So it's confirmed. Say stolen. So when I told Ramsey, we asked them, they confirmed it. So then we know it's a stolen thing, but let's that was the deal.
Like tree.
Me,
I
don't give up.
No, I can't.
We give up
because you are then challenging a failure. Analogy, you get it.
So the woman is a never. I go to me, and I saw where she's coming from. I go to me. It's written in her. And Ramsey was even misbehaving with it when he was driving. Ramsey was at the point in time he was driving the car, and I was sitting there and I was like, Ramsey, the woman is from Agotimo. I was like, Agotimo. It means go. Oh, darling, sorry.
You are crazy.
Seriously, I laughed at that day. I laughed at. God, many Americans say Agotimo. Oh no, did you go no? But it was
guys, I'm sorry, but that's funny.
That's fine. So Telfa was arrested. And he was like, oh, Mama, worry, I have 2 boys. They know the armed robbers. They are Jerry and Ramsey. When you arrest these 2 guys, they'll get the boys. And truly, Telfa called us. Jerry, where are you? I'm at home. I called Ramsey. Yeah, Charlie Mumbra just can. I like you need this can, so come for your money. And Charlie, I called the guys. So the way now your body they
shake
do because he is
Charlie.
Giddy. So I like you see about you scan there. Let me call the guys and then let everybody know. But do not hear no. I'm paying you honestly. They were boys not more robo cars. They had a leader. They had a leader on an Oshe Kolano. So the leader also connection will BNI. man do be na one name connection until we had a little bit of cover from that side until me who sankrofo I was a bit confident and say Charlie oh and BBNC
maybe no shaking
BBNC crowd and I found sir tell for a friend say yeah for the money so I've called the boys but when I called the boys I realized that they were more than I thought they were. We are counting about 13, 14 guys. I was like, Abba,
more money.
Kabako. There was first one be omo day back and I could be headquarters and no punema Sabiena and any bar mono and now them saying we are safe, we are covered. What I say? Inti we are bana moon giddy 13 boys a day we get more dogs to do. So I was like, okay, the man or no pet boys to be breed. It just bring about 4 or 5 of you and come in a Ramsey. So then we go and sit there. We La Bella will tell higher Tessano higher La Bella Pap or something. It's now tell for air train and a mini Ramsey Swaba. Boys no so boys never crap on me ma 4 of them. Echo Chika say, Omodos store do. Pano, just okay, but they should stay around Keke. So the rest came, they were about 4 came.
So you were 6 in all with Telfa.
With Telfa. So Telfa got up, he's very huge, and it was like, Ramsey, a large see over my 20 million. No, Ramsey said 20 million. So Ramsey didn't finish talking. No, Charlie, hey, don't move.
Really?
Rest. We were surrounded. We didn't know. So I saved the 4 guys. I told them to go. They quickly jump. Somebody fell in somebody's house, and then they went away. The rest of us. Ramsey was like, "Please, yeah, what chop our back." I watched Ramsey's face. There's nothing we could do.
Yeah.
They used the back of the gun. Ramsey's here. Gave me some slaps, Charlie. When we got the beating started. The beating started. They sent us to Tessano police station, and they were like, some people were like, now fresh boys here. My shoulders me white foot, white top, black jeans here. Ramsey so similar stuff, jeans, nice way. So we're looking good, but the others were ragged a bit. So Mammy be beside station and said, "No, fine guys, I don't know. More boom I share. I'm Roberts. Hey, Mammy got time withdraw the other one. Men 9 pie and a 2 forts. No, we said Nike Air Force. A 2 Air Force. Police woman. I didn't twist my ankle. I didn't see the foot again. One intimidate 1 foot. I call Tema. I was limping on there. Charlie, and they were telling boys, I'm Roberts. No, they were like, who should cry? We're beginning of the
what they told
introduction of the beating. Hey, because the slaps are taking us at there. Ramsey was starting about the lawyer. Ramsey's like, my father is lawyer Mui. So, but it scared them a bit. So they slowed down on Ramsey. And then they came back to me. So this booking today, from there, Charlie, they scattered my face. I thought I was going off. Me didn't Jerry knows to cry Rollins. Hey, I say, Mendy Rollins, but Jerry no. I can't. I see Jerry. We wanted Jerry. So when the police headquarters, it was mad when we got there. I was beaten. Me say me abofan ma me abom papa bone but we dear.
Oh no, but the bone that your mother and your father will bow you. It's not like this kind of.
Oh, to the woman to me a bufu. Obi to me afọ kuni and I say but we dear me say anka ye kumi complete.
Yeah.
Ya boom ya mama yes soft my me and I was like metal one who say and me say man bibi says who Jerry, who is Jerry? And I say, who is going to favor me by this time? Boom, just in case I catch and say, me bad boys are. And I'm a pajama. Ha! You be Jerry, no? JJ, you won't bring cool. And no be to me, tika one bear. I know the boom, Messano. No. A boo now, I'm a call off straight. I went off. So
why were they all after you? Like you guys were 6. So
yeah, but they were beating the other guys. Francis, they saw one Francis guy. And almost so much inside. They've caught him several.
Okay.
So I'm not there. Mine put me some comedy. Francis so kind of the uncle. Hey, Francis.
History was bad.
Francis and other. Oh yeah, Bobia, but media no say na me fellow no, and I make catch. Yeah, Bobia, Ramsey Pet, and only on the team because of the father. Yes, and indeed the father was a lawyer as at then, an old lawyer. So in fact, me call off. When I went off, the time I met Nisu Betimino, now more the in Kaisek and you Guinness, but it was some drink. It was alcoholic beverage. And I mean say they go me so I from it means a shame me and I mean so I woke up, I was like, wow, I'm still here. And I started I started continue to cry. So one man was like, no, so he pulled me up, pulling me back in chain. Still, no, actually, so I was asking Francis there, Francis, so you go through all this
thing, and you still steal.
You have gone and come back,
and you still steal. You're still stealing.
So it was so from there. I vowed not to have anything to do with crime. That beating alone, no. Man, you be there. See, na bomb na deformity. Seriously. Say na guy ni be butu. I say, friend Abacha. Me friend ni bisa ni dey friend ni. Pa, cause you don't know me anywhere.
I have a friend called Abacha too, and he's Jerry too.
Wow, look, share combination, no.
Jerry.
Wow, look. Oh, about police Abacha, Tema, regional Abacha or Tiasia. I know I am. I know boom missing. Then the boot, police boots.
Oh, child.
Who knew baby? Yeah, boy, Jerry didn't pet. Me my talent war. Yeah, bomb me cry my emme. And then you came with your police boots, my head, bear, and I went off. So that was why I asked his name because I want to tell him one day that what you did to me was really uncalled for. I'm not a criminal like that.
True.
I won't share. Yeah, compare BBA survive and I land here, sir.
Well, let me skip to when you guys were jailed, or let me say on that day when you were the judge finally gave his or her final what verdict, and then you guys, what was the feeling like? And when you heard your sentence, what did you do?
I wasn't so surprised because we were remanded earlier on. So remand. We were with each other sometimes, so we started talking to each other.
How long
the guys,
were you remanded for?
2 years.
2 years.
So the guys who I will not call them armed robbers honestly because they are not armed robbers to me. They are.
In which prison were you at this point when you were in remand?
In Nsawam Prisons.
For 2 years.
Yeah, for 2 years. I call them petty pilfers because they were not armed robbers. But armed robbers are meaning they plan.
People,
yeah, they weren't killing people. Armed robbers are people who plan well, and when they come to you, they
just shoot and take what they want and they leave.
But these people are just boys who are stealing around. So they were like, "Say na many rams in a leader also big man. It was very good to all of us." And it was very good to us. I want to say a chain though. BNI man on say a channel, but I don't know who you know fine war. BNI man or can't say or you juma at this steady or you know feel most simple and or kind in so it was a senior man a heady boy and also a channel. So in some prison or in United Trans and all my guys, the guys were like, okay, they were going to speak the truth at court. They will say Ramsey and Jerry and others are not part. We are the perpetrators. So if anything, so they wrote a letter and we all signed. They sent it back to Attorney General. So when the report came back, the reply came. The charges were like robbery no fee. Particular group per robbery. Others were possession of firearms. And then many rams in unlawful receiving and not dishonestly receiving. That's the charge they gave the two of us. So we're like one charge. So 10 years. And then Ramsey and I were the only people they gave us date of arrest from our sentence. So they took that 2 years from ours. But the rest, some were given 20 years, some were given 10 years without date of arrest. Yeah. So that's how it went. So when we went there, Kakra, actually, it wasn't easy. Man, we have to be at
So the first day you went to Nsawam, like no cramp on your remand way no.
And
how was it like? Like how many of you were you in the cell? Like we heard a lot of stories about.
This is where I have to become very emotional because the place is very bad, very bad. It's like a garage, a garage room,
like a 10 by 14.
Yes,
or
10
like...
by 14, 10 by 14 room, containing 50 plus people. Some are even 70, some are 80. Imagine how they will sleep. Sometimes they are
Where were you sleeping?
Okay, initially, when you go to Nsawam and you look presentable, you look cool. The prisoners, the inmates there, who are a bit old, like they've spent some time there and they are managing the place. They will carry you because they perceive you can get visit and bring money.
Okay.
So it's like scabawa. So then let me interferentism starting from that time. No.
Oh, okay.
So Ramsey and I got a very good cell.
Oh, okay.
Cell leader, block leader cell, and then you can share 100 people be new also.
Oh, okay.
So you can sleep like in a boarding house, but mother form. Remand for that from this
on a student mattress or like
on a mattress. Everybody has his mattress here.
Okay.
So mattresses. If you cry or call now was cry Nipano, no a block leader. He has his mattress. You sell
and then they are rich.
Oh, people are rich there. People are rich. When you have money and you go to prison, you live like you are in a boarding house. Just that the confinement, you are confined. You can't see outside. Communication there. Sometimes we get phone. We communicate with our people outside.
Where'd you get the phone?
They bring it.
Who brings it?
Sometimes officers bring it to us. Officers, prison officers, and
brings the phone
and
to
then
you guys.
sometimes to our boys when they go out, when you qualify to go outside and work.
Yes, I've seen a lot of them, and I dash them money.
I know you would do because you're a good girl. You have a good heart. So when they are coming back to the yard, they pump. We call those things pumping, or maybe a phone or the share rubber, one crazy. Now they actually true.
Oh, like Sebi, like
oh no, like, Sebi say, no. The world is advancing, so very
so you're searching. I didn't know anything on him, but he has a phone.
On him, so he will just pump it and your phone drugs and other stuff.
They bring it there.
They bring it there. Weed, George.
Wait, so these guys are always followed by
officers. But most of the time they talk to the officers.
Okay.
Oh, boss, a whole carton of jot. Someone can pump it. Well, on himself, he will get infrastructure. It be in the yard, so demand is very high. Jots, weed, and then the other insan is high. The demand is very high there.
Insan, you people get it.
We get it. Oh, we get it there. We get it there.
Guys, I'm surprised though.
So you? They pump it and then they come and sell. Some people, it's their business cry. We saw our pump you in about or their brain or no so better.
Okay.
Buy and sell. So prison. Oh, Usika, you'll be okay. Just that the confinement, when himself or crack, I call she be birena. But when this cardiac near was 7 days, Miss Rel. Ha! When this cardiac, you'll be forced to eat the food there, and the food there is very bad. Most of the time, the more Benkuna Mokaname or night, no one said Biana or mix it. We cockroaches in the Moem, phobia, and Tatia, and phobia. I dare day, your council I am being and this zone Tolino. I'm being halfway through, no, yeah, stress you, and then I jack. Nimo fiamu ayi ni ajake wonu wonu on light soup in the light soup you na let me light nkate wonu no na let me light soup it's peanut soup but it looks like light soup because mirror complete mirror sounds ubesa eduani bese 15 plays and say we hu Kita school boys 1 Kita school boys 1 obi and grab we be a cell leader na benya sa nam sa minim said and say almost send but when I was there these are the things we were experiencing.
So like what do you think makes people want to go back there? Like obi or am job you bet you know Obe go through all these things, and then you come back again and come and rob and go back. Why would somebody want to go to a place like that?
I see those people as habitual thing. I didn't kind of only do anka or any other profession and any other thing. Which me idea survive here.
Why not trade like you guys?
Most people don't have time for, especially the real criminals, no, or no babaka or the next plan in the next kakesia. And you see, they hit their targets, just that they waste the money. Real robbers are making hey, Jerry, if I get half of this money, this guy got forever. Because Nyama my year with it, but they don't care. On him say when you are which me I change so for plan. I be a 10, 15 years we
go back. Wow. Did you like did you come into contact with somebody who has been to the
oh yes. Why you? I was with
how many years in total has he been?
Wayu has been there thrice when I met him thrice, and he wasn't feeling any kind of remorse.
So how when you met him, how long was he serving?
He was in remand then. He has come and served twice already, and he was in remand when we were all at remand when we met at the remand block. So he was telling me his life stories and the people he has robbed and. Oh, Charlie.
And he wasn't like ready to.
And who said, "Oh, Nyanko," somebody said, "So what you want to find?" I said, "No, my father was an armed robber. He died at Nigeria, so that's the only profession I know." So,
he wants to also die an armed robber.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And so he was
Oh, okay.
I wish said the government would have the means to psychologically talk to these people. It can talk them out of this. It can work. Because like when you are really with them, you know, say they also have this kind of soft spots you can hit and then get them. They are emotional sometimes.
Was there any time in jail you felt extremely sad? Extremely.
Charlie.
I know that you went in there, you had a block leader liking you guys and felt like being there for you guys and all. But this particularly, like when you look back, it just flashes.
Extremely bad. I remember that day. I was awarded the role of a checker. A checker, it would be you would help an officer to count the hair. That's why I said when you are there and you are intelligent. You have been to school a bit. You have a profession like football, like catering, like any other profession. When you get there, you are good to go. You are halfway safe. But we need profession. They die every day there. When they die too, even their families don't come for them. Then you go and throw them at Adwajiri. They will wrap them with a blanket. No matter one foul die. One foul die. Oh yeah, one foul.
You guys are fouls?
Fouls, yes. One foul die. Now I got too much now. Adwajiri.
Hey!
That's a sad part of our story. They died. There was one guy. He was a banker, and he came there for 6 months. And when he came, you could tell from his demeanor that the guy didn't do it. Yes, and he was telling us that he's innocent. When he came to church, he was going to sing and then started crying. So we were consoling him. Charlie, this guy didn't spend 2 months. He died. They brought him food. He said, the place. He was not happy to be there. After 6 months, so that place there's so many sad stories there.
So what was your sad moment?
My sad moment.
When you were appointed as a checker?
As a checker, yes, as a checker. So I help the officers count the inmates in and out. In and out. 3 times a day. So there was a time when I got that opportunity, I started a business with it, because when you are into such opportunities, they pay us not in money, but you get some benefits.
Okay.
They are raw rice and raw sugar and sugar no so me na meche. Inti meche dey be kan nyina me dia. Yeah. So me na me ko kitchen. and I have access to oil and this and I can come and cook my own food and not take the prison food. So these are the benefits a checker gets.